Yeah, he called me in his office after meetings yesterday, and we had a conversation. He just told me.
Hey Miller, you've kind of been a kid from Los Angeles, just Mission Hills up north. What does it mean now for, you had that patience of being a backup, and now you're here as the starting quarterback, a day one starter with you guys entering the Big Ten. What does that just mean for you and kind of as a child, being here now as the starting quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I think it means a tremendous amount. It's a tremendous honor. But at the end of the day, I think it's more about what you do with it than just being named the starter. I think obviously it's a good, positive first step, but I think now it's about going and winning football games.
Do you take any moment to savor that?
I mean, it's hard in what we do to, stop and smell the roses. I mean, obviously, it was a goal I set for myself a long time ago, and I'm happy that I accomplished that. But like I said, I don't think it's necessarily about that now. It's about going and winning games.
Lincoln said it was
First person I told. I don't know. We went straight to walkthrough, so I didn't really tell anyone. And everyone knew when I got out of walkthrough. So.
Did you ever feel like you weren't in the lead in this competition throughout any of this competition?
I don't know if I tried to, focus on who was in the lead or who wasn't in the lead. I think I just tried to come to practice and be the best version of myself each and every day. And I think Jaden definitely pushed me and made me better. And I give a ton of credit to him and the growth that he's had throughout the time that he's been here. But yeah, I think if you try to look I'm in the lead, I'm not in the lead, I don't think that's a constructive way to look at your development as a player. So, I mean, yeah, I think it was a great offseason. Like I said, Jaden made tremendous improvements and really pushed me, and I'm obviously happy about that.
What ways do you feel like Jaden kind of pushed you in terms of the leaps that you made and just the back and forth you guys were able to have?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he really became more comfortable in the system, I think, and obviously that's invaluable when you talk about playing quarterback. I think his decision making drastically improved from spring to now, and he's obviously a kid with a really strong arm and plays the position well. So, like I said, he's a really good player. I'm glad to have him in the room.
In what ways have you seen Zachariah take the next step as a receiver?
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously a point of emphasis for him throughout this offseason, and without giving too much away, I think he's done a really good job in honing in on becoming more, not just a speed guy, but a more complete receiver. So I'm really proud of the work that he's done.
From a leadership perspective, does being named the starter give you more leeway to be that guy?
No, I mean, I think I've tried to be one of the leaders of our football team. Obviously, we've got a pretty solid leadership group, but I think titles and things like that don't give you leadership. I think it's a product you put not only on the field but in the weight room and in the meeting room each and every day.
Miller, where do you feel like you've improved most as a quarterback, just generally since that first Holiday Bowl started?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously attacking the offseason, you try to improve in every facet. I think I've kind of stepping into a new role this year. There was a learning curve for me that I didn't necessarily expect, and I think I've grown more comfortable in that role. So I think that's been the biggest change for me this offseason.
What does it mean to you to be in that group with Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Caleb, starting the season for Lincoln Riley?
Yeah, well, I'm not in that group yet, but I mean, like I said, it's an honor to have the opportunity to be in that group.
Do you feel like, the way that you've approached kind of this job and this role since the Holiday Bowl is offset, any kind of huge reaction from you from officially kind of being named the starter? Like, this is how you've prepared, so, there's not a huge reaction when it's happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think getting caught up in the reaction to being named the starter is important. I think, like I said, in the game that we play, in the business that we're in, you can't get too caught up in what's happened in the previous moments. You just got to go forward. So I think it's really, obviously it's nice, and I'm excited. I'm really excited about this team and the opportunity that we have. But like I said, our focus is going forward.
Who was the quarterback that you grew up watching at USC?
Oh, I mean, the first one I have real memories of watching was John David Booty, but Barkley was really the guy I watched when I really had understanding of football.
How happy are you that you stuck around?
Extremely happy.
How did the offensive line congratulate you? And are there any plans in celebrating with them?
No, I don't know if that's cause for celebration yet, but we go do our job, we'll have a lot more cause.
Miller, what has Woody done? Lincoln just said he was kind of the clear RB1 entering the fall. What has he done just to kind of earn that spot? What have you seen from him?
He's obviously a very veteran guy. He's played a ton of football. I think just his knowledge of the run game, and obviously of where he has to be in pass protection, and when we go empty, how he folds into the passing game there. I think just his overall knowledge of the game, and obviously his talent really stood out. And that's a really good room. But he's really the veteran in that room, and I think he's, like you said, he's the clear guy there.
Do you feel like you've developed a pretty good connection there, with him kind of in the pass game? How's that process gone?
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing that's unique about him is he's really gifted at the pass catcher as well as running the football. So the more we can work on that and exploit that, the better it is for our team.
Let's do one more.
What can USC fans expect from the offense against LSU?
We're excited. We think we're obviously going to work really hard to put together a great game plan. It's a very, very quality opponent, so we have a ton of respect for that, but we're excited to start the year off with a great team and a great matchup, and we're going to go put our best foot forward.
Thank you, Matt.